Browsing online photos is so yesterday, and here to tell me why is Laurie Cheek, the founder of Cheeked. Can you tell us what Cheeked is?
So Cheeked is like online dating, but the initial encounter starts in the real world. So imagine you see an intriguing stranger in a morning commute in the subway, or maybe when you're getting your coffee, or at a grocery store, even at a bar. You can hand them a little black business card-sized card that says you've been cheeked. And perhaps you exit, or you could stick around to see what happens. They flip the card over and could read one of many different lines that you've selected. So, for example, in the subway, I could hand someone a card that says, your move, or I'm hitting on you, or I saw you checking me out. And then there's a code on each card that leads to the online dating profile of the person that handed you the card. So it's a little bit like handing your business card that has a note on it that says, I want to see you again, minus any personal information that might be on a typical business card. So it's a privacy-protected way of telling someone that you like them, and then they can find you online. So instead of shopping for online profiles, you're shopping for these people online, and then in the real world, and then you meet them again on the World Wide Web.
As you know, with 365 dates, all of our 4 women need to get through 365 dates between them in 1 year. Perhaps it would have been easier for our 365 dates ladies to hand out cheeked cards. How did you come up with the idea?
Well, I'm actually an architect, so for 15 years I was practicing architecture and design, and one night I was out to dinner with a very handsome friend of mine who's also an architect, and I had excused myself from the table, and when I came back, he'd written on the back of his business card, want to have dinner? And then as he and I were leaving the restaurant, he slid that to another woman that I guess he'd been checking out while we were dining together. And I remember looking back thinking I loved the gesture of this mysterious man handing this note, and off into the night he goes. And they ended up going out on a date, but the one thing I didn't like about it was the information on the other side of that card, which had all of his work information on it, his address, his first and last name. And with someone's first and last name alone, you can be at their front door in a matter of minutes with the power of Google. That moment in time was the end of my career in architecture forever. I remember calling my parents saying, I'm going to build a dating site. They were a little shocked.
Who would you say Cheeked is for?
Well, the beautiful thing about this is that it works for everyone. The cards are non-gender specific, so you can use them on anyone. They work all over the world. You're not depending on technology to find someone. So imagine I buy these cards in LA. I can get on a plane and go to Shanghai and hand someone a card, and it still leads to me. So we've had orders from anyone from the age of 18 to 63 using the service. So it's really all about who you are, who you want to be, and who you want to pick to date, because you personally are picking the people out.
It seems to be online dating in reverse. Do you think it's better than online dating, and why?
I could talk about this question for hours on end, but I mean, online dating, first of all, in America alone, there are nearly 1,500 dating sites. And what are the chances that the person that you want to date is also going to be on that same dating site at the same time? The other issue with online dating is you're flipping through profiles and you don't even know if that picture is the person that's going to end up in front of you. You can even hire ghostwriters to go through the entire process online. You can hire someone to fill out your profile, to pick the person that you want to date. You're not even there when they're doing it. They start communicating with the person, and all you do is show up. And who's even to say that picture is not 10, 15 years old, and you haven't really gotten a grasp of what this person really looks like. And with these cards, you see exactly what you're going to get when you meet offline again. The Colorado shooter, I just read that he had a Match.com profile, and I think there's nothing that can replace an initial chemistry when you see someone and your eyes lock. This is something that can never happen on an online dating site. And another thing is, let's say you're working all day from 9 to 6:30, then you want to go meet the love of your life, so you're going to get up from behind your computer at work. You're going to go back home and get back on a computer and sit there like it's a job looking for someone to date. When with these cards, you could leave your office, get on the elevator, see a cute guy there and hand him a card and you're done. You've handed this card. There's no rejection involved. You're gone, and it's left in the hands of the person you've given the card to look you up again. And you don't have to stick around to hear if they're married or gay or not interested or who knows. So that's a few of my favorite points about online dating and why this is it's just a new and playful and real life way to look for a date.
Sounds like there could be a lot of fun with these cards. Thank you, Laurie, for joining me.